to my channel. You are welcome to Yinka Pins. Today is a tutorial video, so let's get straight into it immediately. These are the things that we'll be needing. We'll be making a pearl necklace, and I'll be combining another beads with it. So this is a pearl, but in another color. This is like this is gold, but not gold. This is like rose gold. So this is the pearl that we are making use of. This is size 12 pearl. We'll be adding this in between. This is called gold balls. This will be used for the end parts. These are also gold balls, but this is another size. This is size 6 and this is size 4. Then the other pearl that the other design, we'll be combining these and this together. And the fishing line we'll be using is 0.35 and 0.50, and this is the hook. This is hook is called clasp or hook. So let's get right into the video. So watch me closely and look at the screen so that you understand what I'm making. It's a pearl necklace and it actually is very simple. Remember I told you that we need the pearl. I'm working with size 12. The gold balls, we have size 6 and size 4. Your hook and any pearl, but this is a white color pearl, and they're also pearl in rose gold. So I'm using 0.50 fishing line for this. So the first thing I did was to cut my desired fishing line and put in my hook first, one part of the hook. So I start stringing the beads. It's actually very simple. Just look at the screen. So I'm not going to be talking in most of this video because it's really this video is as clear as possible, and I made sure that I cut off the excess or unnecessary parts while I was editing. So make sure you pay attention to this. If you want to learn bead making and you're not close to my location, you can just send a message on WhatsApp using the link in my bio on Instagram. So you can use the link in the description and contact me using my Instagram page, or you can get access to any of my online training, whichever way, or you want me to guide you, or you want to get my bead making business ebook. If you want to start a bead making business, you need a copy of my book. I authored this book in 2020 and this is 2023. This book is still functioning and is still serving the purpose. So you string all the beads, and I'm trying to do the finished part here. So I'm going to use the size 6 to finish it, to round it up, and you take one of the other parts of your hook. Remember that you have inserted one part of the hook before we started, so I'm using the second part now. So you are going to return the fishing line back into the hook, and you will pass it into 3 or more beads. You will tie it there. You pass it into another 3 or more beads or 4 or more beads before you cut. Kindly note that when you are doing your finishing of your bead, you have to be very careful, because if your beginning is okay, if your bead looks so beautiful, it won't make sense when your client wears it on the wedding day or for a party occasion, a birthday, and the bead just cut. It's going to be disastrous. It's not going to be okay. The client is not going to find it funny, and he or she will not really love it. The person will come back to you. So make sure that your finishing is well done. You don't need to rush while making beads. Just take your time, pass your needle, and your finishing also needs to be neat. People do not need to see your fishing line outside. It has to be inside. It has to be neat. It has to be beautiful. So look at what I'm doing. So I passed it into 2 beads. You can pass yours into 3 beads. Because I'm using this as a tutorial, that is why I decided not to go and pass into the third one. So you can pass yours into 3 beads. You will tie very well. When you are tying, you tie twice twice. You tie it twice or 3 times depending on the hole. Remember, we are working with a pearl necklace, and pearl necklace do not really have a big hole like that. So if I tie it 3 times, the knot is going to be showing. So that is why I tie it twice, and I'm going to pass the fishing line into 3 more beads. Then I'm going to cut. Do not cut your fishing line where you tie. When you tie anywhere, you pass your fishing line through 3 or more beads before you cut it, in order to make it firm. So I'm just following this. I'm just repeating the same process on the second side, and that's just it. So it's just a simple pearl necklace, but as simple as this is, some people do not know about it, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to record a video of this and post it here on my channel. So please do take your time to watch the video and implement. Get beads in any bead store. Get your materials. You'll be needing your cutter, your round nose plier, your fishing line, your beads. For pearl, it's called pearl. So when you get to any bead store, just tell them you want to buy pearl beads. We have different sizes. We have from size 4, which is very tiny, from size 6, 8, 10. This is 12 because it's a big one. We have 14 as well. So you can buy any of the sizes. You can go with size 8 or size 10, whatever sizes that you love, and that will be it. So let's make the second pearl necklace, the rose gold. It's just like the exact way that we made that. It's just like a little bit similar. So for this as well, remember that in the previous pearl necklace I already inserted my hook, but for this one, and I'm not inserting my hook, I'm just going to be putting in the pearl immediately. So I'm going to be working with pearl and the white pearl and the rose gold. So I first of all inserted the white pearl before I now start inserting the rose gold. Remember that in the previous pearl that I just designed, I used the gold balls in between, but for this one I am using a size 4 of pearl. What I'm using as the small, and the one in between is also pearl. Yes, everything in this the video is pearl. So those white one in between is the smallest size of pearl, is a size 4 pearl. So you just take one rose gold, you put one pearl, put one rose gold, put one pearl, and do it until it reaches your neckline. That is just exactly how you do it. So when you finish, you make sure you had the pearl at the back, you fix your needle, you fix your hook, and you're good to go. I think I've been able to explain this. I don't want to talk too much so I don't distract you. Just pay attention. It's very easy. You can watch this video twice in order to understand what I just did here. It's very simple. Just put the tiny pearl size 4 in between, and put the 2 extra gold as the finishing line, this finishing pass, and put your hook, and you are good to go. So watch closely. So I'm trying to pass it now. Yes. So like I mentioned, that when you pass, do not cut it where you pass. So when I pass into 3, that's the third one, I'm going to tie it like twice. Can you see? And make sure you drag it very well. Drag it so that it will be firm. Don't drag it too much that you are going to cut it, because there are so many times I've dragged fishing line that at the end of the day it's cut. So you are going to drag it in order to make it firm, but do not drag it too tight that you are going to cut it. Everything should be done in moderation. So I'm trying to tie here. Remember that in the when I was about doing this design, this particular one, I used a 0.30. Remember in the first one I used 0.50, but this one I used 0.30, and I doubled the fishing line. So that is why you are seeing the fishing line as 2 years. So I'm just taking both of them together and I'm tying it. So after tying, I'm going to pass it into the next beads, and I'm also repeating the process on the second side. So just repeat the same process on the second side, and that is all. Use your cutter to cut the excess fishing line, and Make sure that your fishing line is not showing. Yes, so we are done. Our pearl is here, and the next thing we want to do is to design our neck, our earrings. To make these earrings, I'm going to be making a wire earrings, meaning that you are going to be making use of wire. We are going to be making use of a 0.71 copper wire, head pins, and round nose pliers. So to begin, you are going to take one of the head pins. Head pins comes in either silver or gold. When you get to any big store, tell them you want to buy head pins. It is used for earring, or it is used for wire, to make wire necklace. So we are going to make a wire earrings, and we are going to be making use of a wire and head pin. So you take one of the head pins. The head pins always comes in a long way, so you will cut it. You will cut part of it. You will use your round nose plier to form a loop. That loop is to hold the beads and is to fix the beads into the other beads. So just watch what I'm doing. So I'm trying to use the round nose plier here to close the tip of the head pins. Yes, that's the word. So I'm trying to use the plier. I use a bit of the flat nose plier to just make it more closer, but you're only needing the round nose. I have a way of working around mine when I use the round nose and the flat nose, but you mostly will be needing round nose plier. So you fix the next beads into it. You can see it's already becoming long. So that head pin is what you're going to be using. That wire is what you're going to be using to join your beads together. It is a wire earrings. So you form a loop, and you will put your earring hook. This earring hook is a stud earring hook. It has hook, but the hook is not in this video. But you can get any earring hook at any beach store. You don't limit yourself to this. Can you see the earring is done? So repeat the same process for the second side of the earring. For the second side, I'm not going to say anything. I want you to watch it very well. That's the head pins. Cut part of it. Cut it a little bit again. Form a loop with your round nose plier. Watch this. You can use this same method to make a long necklace. Just use your wire to join everything together, and also you can also get a chain from the market and also join it together. So watch how I'm doing it. Can you see? Okay, can you see? It's already forming. Then fix your hook. So we are working with only 2 beads, so you use the wire and the head pins to join them together. Can you see? We've already joined them together. Fix your hook and make sure you close the loop. Close the loop with your round nose plier so the bead does not fall off. Close the loop with your round nose plier so the bead does not fall off. Can you see? Our 2 earrings is here. It's so beautiful. I love it. When I was done designing, so I see if I should wear it. So I'm showing you that it's 0.71, and this is the head pins. So get your head pins, get your 0.71. There's also a 0.50 fishing wire cutter, so you can use any of them. So that is the end of today's video. Please don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. You can also place your order using the link in the description. Send a message via Instagram.